And yes, that was the idea. So look what we came up with. Yep, this is a bear. It's not a live bear. Bearskin rug. Finally got it hung. It was not as easy as I thought. All right, back again. Working on projects. Always got some projects to do. Redoing the back room in our house. And we're trying to figure out what to do with this back wall that we have. It's freshly painted, bare as can be. What can we do? And then we're out and about. Got some ideas. Let me take you with us. All right, and yes, that was the idea. So look what we came up with. Yep, this is a bear. It's not a live bear. Bearskin rug. We've had it for a little while, but I want to mount it on the wall. Problem is, on a bearskin rug, you have felt attached to the bottom. That's what you attach to the wall. But this is older, so the felt's a little worn. So I need to build a base underneath of it to attach to this, and then we can attach it to the wall. So let's get some measurements, take you back to the shop, and let's get this built and get it up on the wall. All right. Made it down to the shop, and what you saw is me taking some measurements, and what we realized is it's a large bearskin rug, which is great. We love it, but it won't fit on a 4x8 sheet of plywood. So I can't just I'm not going to just use one sheet. So I've got a thinner sheet. I've got another sheet 1/4 inch luan that I'm going to use as well. It's actually about 7 foot by about 5.5 to 6 foot wide. So going to actually make some cuts here. Going to cut a foot off here. Going to cut it again. I'll use that for the arms that stand out. And then you'll see me put a second piece of plywood up here. I'm going to cut it so I can actually put it this way so the plywood will hold itself together, make one big sheet. Then we'll put the bearskin rug on it, mark it all out, and then actually cut this out to fit. So you're going to see a couple different things, how I put it on. The paws I won't put on yet, or the extra wood for the paws I won't put on yet until we get the bear rug out here, so I see exactly where it's going to need to go, and then we'll attach that. But going to attach these with the 2 pieces of plywood with some glue, put some screws in it, and we'll go from there. So show you the process, keep you going. All right, let's get to it. All right, so we've got some wood cut here. You see me rough through it. It doesn't need to be perfect because we're really just putting these pieces together, and then we're actually going to lay the bear out and draw around it. So we're going to cut around the edges, so these aren't finished edges that we're worried about. Here's a couple, and I'll show you those and we'll be okay. But the main thing we're going to look at here, I got this bottom board. It's a thicker board. It's going to be the base is what I'm using this. I cut a foot off the bottom because, again, this is a little shy of 7 foot long bear. So now I've got a 7 foot base here by 4 foot. Now it's about 5 to 6 feet wide. That's his paws that go out. So I actually cut this extra foot. I actually cut it into 2 pieces. I'll put them on the sides for where the paws are at. I'm not going to put them, as I mentioned, I won't put that on until I get the bear out here. You'll see it. But we'll have a spot for it to screw to. So, and the top piece, because we need a 6 foot wide, where actually you see the way it is, that's the way it's going to be. I have this piece here that's going to go here at the bottom. So we'll actually glue and screw that down first. Then I'll slide this down, measure out the sides, get that even. You see the space up top? That's where the head's gonna go. So when we get this lined up, when we get the bear out here, we'll mark where the head's at. These pieces here, nope, hold on. Nope, this section here that we cut out, I'll actually put a piece up there for the head. So everything's gonna be covered. The bear is gonna have 2 thick layers on everything. You're gonna see these 3 pieces go together first, then we'll bring the bear out, we'll mark it out, then we'll actually add the other 2 as we do that. But it's okay for us to go ahead now and glue this down, and we'll glue this down. I'm gluing the center down, and I'm gonna screw in the center. I'm not gonna put all the screws in. I'm gonna put it, it's gonna be held pretty good, but I'm just gonna put the screws in. Once we get it marked out, then I can actually put a lot more in, but no reason to put screws where it's not gonna be marked at. So we'll go ahead and do that. That's what you'll be seeing me do next. Again, we'll attach this a little bit and measure this out, put it in place. All right. All right, went and got the bear rug, and you can see how I talked about the size of it. This is 7 foot long, and his paws hang a little bit, but because the felt's not there, it's gonna be okay. And this is 6 foot wide, and it's right there. His claws are right at the very end. So we did this, did good. I'll add the pieces. After I draw this out, we'll move the bear out of the way before we cut it. I'll actually add the pieces here on the side for the arms. And when we cut this section out here, this piece here, will go up to where the head's at. And we'll cut that out and go from there. So could I cut this out now? Probably. And I might actually do that. I might actually cut this out so I can get an actual section up there, so when I'm drawing, I actually draw on there. But the only problem I run into, we'll see, I probably won't do it, because the problem is I gotta move this out of the way. I don't want to get sawdust all over this thing. It's got enough dust on it already. It needs cleaned up, but we'll get to it. I'm gonna mark this out and then we'll go from there. All right. And you'll see what I'm marking is the felt. If you can see close, I'll show you close up a little bit later. There's a green felt underneath of it. Some of it's chewed up in different places, but I'm actually gonna mark this out, cut it, and we'll actually paint the edge black, so it'll be hidden, but you'll be able to see. So that's what I'm marking out. So when you see me drawing, that's what I'm drawing, that line of the felt itself. And we'll cut just to the inside of it. So what I was doing there, so I marked all the way around. I just wanted to make sure I got everything, because I was drawing just underneath the felt, so you really couldn't see my drawing as much. But I'm just trying, I'm gonna double check right up there by the head. But we'll move this off, add a couple pieces of board, start cutting some things out. I'll cut this first and see, what I'll probably do is actually cut that and then attach the board and then cut it again from the other side, flip it over and cut it again. So we'll get this off and then get it marked out, finish marking it, and then start cutting it. All right. So we got the bear out of the way. You actually see a darker line. I actually went with a marker, drew over top of it, just so I have a clean cutting point. The one thing before I do a cut, okay, as I had mentioned, I'm gonna add these pieces underneath here so we cut through them. The reason I'm not gonna add this piece here is we've got it drawn on this board, and if I cut this out and put it on top here, I'm not gonna see the lines. So we'll go ahead, I'll still cut these out. We'll cut this, then I'll attach the board, and then we'll cut from the other side so it'll be clean. It's double cut, that's okay. And this here, what I'm gonna do is I slid this over and literally just that's gonna press inside. No big deal. Does that look like the bear? All right, we'll go ahead and flip it back over, clean things up. Clean the edges up, and then just paint the edge. Won't bore you with all that, and then we'll bring you back after it's painted, and put the bear on, tack it down, show you how I'm doing that, and then we'll get it hung. All right. All right, we're back. I sanded the edges, as I mentioned, painted it, didn't show you the paint, but I'll show you here in just a second. Just basically painted it so it kind of blends in better with the bear itself. Now the bear does have a green felt underneath of it, so we'll actually tack that felt to the board. I'll show you that now, and then we'll get it hung up. What I have here is I have some tacks to where I can actually put it through a wider head on it so it actually holds. I'll put them about 4 inches apart, depending on where the felt is. I got some pliers so I can hold on to it real well, and just a little hammer, tack it in there. But let me show you how this goes. Basically, you can see here, I put a lot of screws in, so we should be good there. This will be tacked down. I'll get you a little closer view, but let's slide this back a little bit. And we'll be able to, anywhere there's felt, be able to attach it. All right, let's get to it. I'll show you a little closer view so you can see how it goes. I think we got it attached, so now we just have to get it hung up. We'll go get it hung, finish up. Turn it up if you want, whatever works for you. Yep.
You want to hold this when you go on the
All right, you want to walk back with it?
Yep, which way?
To your right. Your right.
All right, finally got it hung. It was not as easy as I thought. My son-in-law Kyle's here. If it wasn't for him, this would not have gotten up here. I'll tell you that straight up. But we got it hung up there. We actually got it mounted through the wood with screws into the studs. Not saying the last manufacturer, the person that built this wall, did the studs on center. That did not happen. But we got it up there. Very impressed with it. Large bear. Again, it's about 7 foot long, 5.5, 6 foot wide. Was a lot of work to get it up there, but happy with it. Glad. We're going to keep doing some videos. We're going to do some melts. We're going to do some projects. We're really just documenting what we do. So we'll keep doing it. Our dream, our purpose. Like, subscribe, watch the channel. Let us know. Give us comments. The more comments, the more interaction helps us, keeps us motivated, keeps us going. So thank you guys for watching.